Brisbane Lions go back-to-back, and the AFL Today's wrap is here. Leo, the grand final, how good?
Will Ashcroft back-to-back Norm Smiths. Was he the right choice? Spoiler alert, we think so.
21 years of age, by the way, but also, we are
The pride of Brisbane Town. Wherever we go, blue and gold.
Yeah, you know the words. Anyway, check out AFL Today right now. The Brisbane Lions are back-to-back premiers, and welcome back to the AFL Today Show, brought to you by Stockhead, here for all of your grand final wrap needs. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. We have somehow all made it into the office. I've got Leo Mullaly, Marcus Bazzano, a bit dusty on this Sunday morning, but we are here for the show.
Mate, I'm well rested, got a whole 4 hours.
Beautiful.
And Brisbane are premiers.
Yes.
Lions fans. Oh, there we go.
There we
We're
go.
1 minute in and I get a voice crack. But Lions fans in the comments, get around it.
Get around it.
Well, we got our 8 hours. We got our 8 hours sleeping because I also got 4 hours.
8
sleep.
hours
But
between
we're
you.
doing it for the people. So send us the love in the comments.
And the hate.
How good was that Brizzy Lions performance?
Absolutely. Make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube. We're heading towards that 12K mark. We absolutely love that. Make sure you follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more content. Over the next couple of weeks, we've got trade talk. We've got all our draft talk, everything in between. We absolutely love that. Make sure you leave the comments as well on the socials and on this show. All right, before we get into the wrap of the game, quick thoughts on the D-O-double-G.
The D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg. I actually was there at the game, and I
Yes.
thought it was a really good performance.
Really?
I think him personally was good, but the overall vibes I thought were lacking compared to some other
Really?
performances.
Okay.
He doesn't really have the songs that you can sing, like a lot of people can sing to, like a Robbie Williams or a Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah, I was in.
I feel like if you've got a hit, you can sing to the song.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I was watching it, and I was just kind of like,
okay.
I think you're in the minority. Yeah, I thought it was great.
It wasn't anything special. He wasn't bad, but
I was at a crowded pub, so like it was a bit muffled, but I thought he did a good job. I thought the appearances from Baker Boy and Jessica Malboy were good.
Jessica Malboy was
Jessica
really sick,
Malboy was
actually.
good.
Yeah,
I thought the set design, all of it looked fine. I was happy.
there we go.
Happy.
You tick it off.
Tick it off.
But
Leo
I think
approval.
some of the other ones in the past, Robbie Williams or Katy Perry, maybe Kiss.
yeah.
Kiss actually
No,
was
no.
my favorite. Meatloaf. Yeah,
it's hard to.
It's hard. Anyway, let's get into what we all want to talk about. The game Saturday at the MCG was the grand final. Brisbane, 11 goals, 9, 75. I'm surprised they even got to 75. Brisbane, 18 goals, 14, 122. They absolutely smoked them, lads. And we're going to go through this a bit differently. We're going to go through the major talking points, and then we're going to go half by half. So we'll start off with the major talking points. The Lions, I just put this in there. They've now have 5 premierships since 2000. Passing the Hawks and the Cats, who have 4, which is wild in my mind because we go, the Hawks and the Cats are just the dynasties that we saw growing up. And the Lions have passed them since 2000. That's unbelievable.
It's pretty nuts, and it was the early 2000 period where we were young boys and we didn't really appreciate
01, 02, 03.
01, 02, 03.
And then they lost in 04?
I believe so. I don't know. I was just a boy. I don't remember.
You're still a boy.
But yeah, unbelievable team. And considering as well that a decade ago,
They were in a rabble.
they were a rabble.
I know.
10,000 members.
Bottom of the
Bottom
ladder every year. So maybe there's hope for North.
There is.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
How are we talking about North? Let's talk about Brisbane.
Let's talk about You're just roasting yourself there. Chris Fagan, this is another talking point. He becomes the oldest coach in VFL AFL history to win a flag at 64.
Did he beat himself from last year?
But yeah, probably 63. Actually, yeah, true. I don't even know.
Did you check that?
Great start, mate. Cheers, man. That's
I don't
Cheers,
know.
Jeff.
I think in ages ago there was an older
Okay.
coach, which was probably must have been 63. So he's 64.
So how do you feel? He's 64 winning flags.
we go.
You're 64 sitting here on a AFL podcast on a Sunday morning.
Oh, good one, mate. Yeah. I was like the only one I'm gonna
You're going to back me up there,
Yeah,
Leo.
no
Come
backing
on.
from you.
Nah, it wasn't that good.
No, I don't know about that one. And obviously, Will Ashcroft, what a man. Washy, I heard they were calling him. Will Ashcroft, back-to-back Norm Smiths. He's only 21, and he's got back-to-back Norm Smith, 32 disposals, 1 goal, 10 clearances, 10 score involvements, 8 tackles, almost a quadruple-double. Was he the right choice for Norm Smith, lads? Personally, from my betting account as well, I was pretty happy. But personally, I think it was the right choice.
Yeah, I think it was too. I think he was consistent throughout the day, 32 and a goal. Didn't really put a foot wrong, did he?
No, and for all 4 quarters, you're probably looking at who was the best player. Like McCluggage finished with 4 goals, but a lot of those were
In the last.
in the last sort of 10 minutes of the game. A little bit of junk time. Bailey probably didn't make the most of his chances.
Oh my
he had a
God.
fantastic game. So to be fair, McCluggage maybe is the right option.
Yeah.
No, do you mean
McCluggage.
Ashcroft?
sorry,
Yeah.
Ashcroft.
There we go.
Yeah, I think McCluggage as well. He obviously had the 4 goals, 26 disposals, 6 tackles. He was great, but he had 3 goals in junk time when there was just party time for the Lions in the last
Yeah,
quarter.
but for someone we were worried about him copping the tag, I think he played well beyond that.
Yeah. Who else is up there for you, lads?
I liked Harris Andrews' game. 18 disposals, 9 marks, 11 intercept possessions.
He was awesome.
Poor Shannon Neal. What about me? What about Harris? Got a man up on him. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, Harris, I think, gave Neal a bath.
He did. He did.
So he was second in the voting?
Yes. I was surprised that
Finished
he
with
was second.
5 votes?
5 or 6.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, but I know I did say that he didn't make the most of his opportunities, and I have slated him throughout the year. I'm like, come on, you got to do this consistently, and we're kind of both right. Both me and Zach are right, I think.
Zach and I.
We finished. Can we just bin this bloke
The chemistry today is just off.
The bloke had a voice crack in the first 2 minutes, and he reckons he's going to start
Swings and roundabouts, my friend. Swings and
We got a long
roundabouts.
show ahead. We got
devour feculence. 23 disposals, 3 goals, 6.
What is that?
You don't get the reference. I think Joe behind the camera knows. 3 goals, 6, and
3 goals, 6
If you
for
had
that.
him for first goal, there were going to be remotes thrown at the TV. Their scars are thrown onto the ground. It was almost like a Madden Essendon game. Well, it might be the case for Zach Bailey because hopefully he'll be at the Bombers and we'll have Essendon scars on the ground. But 3 goals, 6, 4 behinds in the first
That's
term. It wasn't
crazy.
even close.
He wasn't even close. He was-
Half of them were almost like contentiously out on the full.
I know. There were some crazy
Missing
ones. in there.
absolute sitters.
Yeah, he always
What are you
gets
doing,
fired
Zach?
up about Zach Bailey, and I appreciate that.
I do, but he
I don't know if you
could
like
have
or
had one
hate
of the
him.
best grand final games.
He could have had 9 goals.
Do you like or hate him? I don't understand.
I like him.
Okay, he likes him now. All right.
I like him.
All right.
And the
All
last one-
Australian half forward, Zach Bailey,
There
is
we go.
going to Essendon.
Mate, no, I don't know about that. And the last one, Leo, you thought Charlie Cameron probably should have got a bit more praise.
Yeah, I honestly think for me, Cameron would be second in line for the Norm Smith. 4 goals, but when he got the goals was super important. 2 in the third where the game was still on the line. The insane boundary goal in the second and the drop it like it's hot.
Oh,
Sally.
give me a Snoop Dogg.
That was cold. No, thank you.
Oh.
I need a few beveraginos before I do that. And then he kicked the first to the last, so he really killed the game in the first 30 seconds of the last quarter too.
Yeah,
so
to be fair, like you dropped the Snoop Dogg celebration, and you've got your dogs out now. So why?
Yeah,
why
Leo's
didn't
got
you
the
drop
dogs
them?
out.
yeah, for audio listeners and even people watching, I'm doing this in my socks. So
Yeah.
everyone
So-
had to know that.
Yeah, everyone had to know that one. And before we get into the rest of the game wrap, any personal player shout-outs? Leo, I think there's one guy that you want to shout out.
Yeah, I'm going with Jasper Fletcher. He might not be able to spell his first name, but he's very good. He's very good at football.
Yep.
29 disposals, 8 marks, 6 intercept posies, 83% efficiency as well. Jeez, where do they find these blokes? 3 years for him, 3 grand finals. I don't think him or Ashcroft were alive when they had the 3-peat in the
No,
early
probably
2000s.
not. Or Levi. Yeah.
And
No,
this is cooked.
Well, he did say he was doing it for his old man because his old man actually missed the 3-peat.
As in,
Oh.
Marcus Ashcroft?
No, Fletcher's.
Oh, really?
Fletcher's old man. He retired just before the 3-peat.
Oh, you'd be
so
filthy.
he just missed out. So
There you go.
doing it for his old man.
Just quietly, where do we reckon Marcus Ashcroft watched this game from?
Oh, from the back of the
Do you reckon he was
stadium.
at Marvel or something?
I reckon he was on the roof.
On the roof.
On the roof of the G. He loves being high up.
Yeah.
He's a
Just
strange man.
standing like a proud dad watching their under 13-year-old
Who
son
would've-
play football.
Who would have been best on in the celebrations for the Lions?
Darcy
after the win?
Wilmot.
Oh, Darcy Wilmot. I don't know.
Wilmot.
Was it a bit cringe?
He was good on the
Segue.
mic.
Yeah. What do you reckon when he obviously got his medal? He's got, what did he say?
I couldn't hear him.
I think he said, we like that or something like that. And I was like, well, I don't know about
like
that, but
that.
you guys didn't mind it?
I love it. Yeah.
I didn't even hear him.
Like a bit of personality.
Yeah,
Yeah, players.
true.
Everyone loved when Croft did it and whatnot. So
There was more oral with Croft, though.
celebrate.
I don't know.
As long as it doesn't go over the line.
As long as you don't like stutter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have a voice crack.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, imagine.
Well, did you see they had the mics with the Auskick kids? When
Oh,
they were
so
handing the
cute.
players
Don't they normally
celebrations?
do
Yeah.
Do they normally have
Yeah,
that? Because
yeah.
you could hear the conversations that they were having.
It was so cute. The Cam Rayner one and a few others were very, very nice. All right, let's get into the game breakdown. Leo, you've been in charge of the first half.
Yeah, we're not into the game yet.
Well, like the proper game
We're talking
breakdown.
about the talking points.
Talking
We're talking about the
points.
game.
That's all right. You know what's going on here, apparently.
It'd be nice if you raised these concerns when we were doing the...
Yeah, anyway, that's all right. That's off camera. That's off camera. First half, Leo, I want you to take control of this one.
Oh, take control of it. But no one was taking control of it early.
Oh.
Were they? Pressure was
I
on.
like that.
Frantic game of football. Fumbles galore.
It was.
A few of the young players were just all over the place. Brucey was giving away free kicks. What are you doing, Bruce?
Oh, the toaster.
The toaster? What?
B Breville.
Oh, that's really good.
The toaster.
It's taken you all year. You've done something productive.
It wasn't even my point. It was courtesy of one of your friends.
Oh, no, I love
B
that.
Breville, the Breville. The
The
toaster.
Breville. But look, it took 15 minutes for the first goal. Dempsey broke the drought. had a little something on him for first goal, so I was very happy.
Very good.
He ended with 4 goals, a lot with junk time though, but he can hold his head up high. And we talked about Bailey. He was everywhere
Oh my
early,
God.
but he didn't bring his kicking boots. He should have had at least 3 goals in that first quarter, and he had 0 goals 4. But there were a few Cats players, Liam, that you really wanted to highlight because you love one of them.
Oh, my man, Graham Myers. I was like, maybe you could start calling him Norm Myers because he was really good earlier. I was like, I couldn't believe how much he was getting the ball. That doesn't sound good, does it? That sounds like a serial killer.
You know what? He heard you jump off him. he heard you jump off him and go to Manor for like
Yeah,
Norm
so
Smith,
he's
and he
like,
was like, I'm taking this
Hold my
personally.
beer.
Oh, yeah, he didn't really take it personally because he only did it in the first quarter. But in the first quarter, he had 7 disposals, 2 intercepts, 2 score involvements. And then I didn't even see him from there, much like a lot of the Geelong players. I thought O'Sullivan was really strong early. I thought he's such a composed player for such a young guy. And then the other one, bloody Oshie Mellon. How the hell did he kick a goal like that?
Okay,
he was
that's-
running down the wing. Everyone, I was going to Geelong fan next to me. He's going, oh, this is going out in the full. This is going out in the full. Bang, straight through the middle. The Irishman's running around going crazy.
Where did you think, like, as he's running, he looked like he didn't know where he was going.
Nah.
Where did we think he was kicking it?
I was like, go on, like he kept going, and I'm like, just put it through the big sticks because this would be
It was a
an
sick goal,
absolute
yeah.
momentum lifter. And it was, and I thought at that stage, I was like,
Oh, Geelong.
the Cats might be on you.
It's like when you're a dad and you're teaching your kid to ride without training wheels. It's like watching that.
Because is that what Chris Scott would have felt like?
That's what Chris Scott would have felt like.
I don't mind that.
I'll be honest, when I was watching it, I was like, just handball it.
Yeah,
handball,
handball it. He's running into the open
handball.
Mason Cox handball through the big stick.
It'll find someone. Anyway, where were we? Second quarter. Levi's goal was a real highlight. We talked about Cameron's goal. That was great. But Levi, to
Yes.
have the confidence, the audacity
balk as well.
to run around Jai Clark and kick a goal from 50. That was a great moment.
Player. I think he played
It's cooked,
20
isn't it?
27 games this year, the most of any first year player to play.
that's a
in
good stat. Yes.
Was it playing a flag or just playing a regular season?
Regular
season,
season, yeah, good call.
So he absolutely, Brisbane are going to be so good for so many years.
I know, it's
Well,
annoying.
we've actually got a question on that later in the show. And
Oh.
Brisbane fans, stick around for that because we'll give you plenty more love
Yes.
than we were already giving. But to be honest, I know the scores were even at halftime and the disposal, kick and handball stats were also even, which was a bit strange. It was ultimately like a great game of football. So frantic, so that like hot potato with the ball. Like he just kept fumbling.
I know, it was
like,
crazy.
Every possession was worth its weight in gold. But it felt like to me that Brisbane were the better team. Only marginally, but I just felt like they looked a bit better going forward. Geelong were a bit more, I don't know, relying on like transition, not really winning it from the contest.
Yep.
But the Cats did kick, like they kept hanging in there. And I went at halftime, I was like, look, if Cats do turn it on and play 15 minutes, like they did against Hawthorn and go from there, it's going to be their flag. But there were concerns for Jez's arm, obviously, in that second quarter. He got crunched by Dangerfield, which Danger didn't have a great game. And
He went off as well, Danger, early on.
and normally when he does that, he kicks 30. He kicks 5 and has 30.
He was nowhere to be seen.
He was
Danger.
nowhere
That
to be
was-
seen.
Yeah, the
Sadly-
dominoes started to fall.
Yeah, because he dominates the finals. So I was really disappointed.
Starcevic did do a very good job on him
That's
as well.
true, that's true.
And I think he left the game with a concussion.
He did. He
third
came
or
off early.
fourth. Yeah, so which is a shame. But Marcus, talk to me about the second half. 'Cause
Oh.
This is when it ramped up.
Yeah, well, it ramped up a little bit after the start of it because it was still a stalemate for the first 5-10
Yep.
minutes of that third quarter. But then Jezza had a rundown tackle with the arm, with
Yep.
a little shin guard on his arm.
I know,
The cricketers have it.
We
don't
had
they?
the Jimmy Anderson arm guard. He goes, and
Get ready
Michael
for
Clark
a-
walked up to him, I reckon, at pre-game or at halftime. He goes,
Don't
get
say
ready
it.
for a broken effing arm.
There we go. Good
There,
boy.
I got you. He gave me a good boy. I don't like that. But you thought that would be a bit of a lifter for the Cats.
Yeah,
Because there's
yeah.
going to be so many people that got their body on the line. And they were actually still in front at that stage. It was about 5 points. That was still in front. But then the Lions put on the afterburners. It was 11 goals to 1 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter to 4 minutes left in the last quarter.
Yeah, so it was like I saw the stat. It was a quarter length, about like not an actual quarter, but quarter length of the
Yep,
game.
yep.
They kicked 11 goals to 1. That's
nuts.
insane.
Yeah.
And that was perfect for Wally and Harrow's footy form guide
Yes.
tip
Yes.
to go overs because it was looking a little bit dicey there.
Absolutely.
And then enter Lockie Neal. What do you think about him being the sub? As in, not his performance. In hindsight, you can say, look, great call.
Yeah.
But when you were like, he's starting as a sub, is that a risk?
I just thought that they were being hypocrites. They're saying he's fine, he's good to go. And then they make him sub. He obviously wasn't fine.
Well-
he probably only had a half in him.
I didn't mind it obviously in hindsight, but I'd probably rather him the sub because just say he gets injured early, then there's no point of having the sub. At least, because like just say they were smashing him early, they're like, oh, we might not have to bring on him on till late and he can celebrate and just chill. But then it was still close at half time to like enter the dual Brownlow medalist and he absolutely dominated.
He did. He ended with 17 disposals, 1 goal, slotted it from 50.
Oh, how did he kick it from
big,
50 with one leg?
Big moment. And 4 score involvements as well. So he was all over the park. But to be fair, the Toaster did play pretty well, getting in his starting role.
Toaster.
Although I was a little bit disappointed with Marshall. I think he looked a little
young
bit out of his
guy.
depth.
Yeah, well, less than 10 games.
Less than 10 games. A big
Same as
ask, but
Gallup was very similar in that area.
he did a job, and they both got medals at the end of the day. So you can't really complain.
Yep.
And Chucky, how good was him?
Oh,
How good was him? How good was he?
he is him.
He is him.
He is him. Well, he's pulling out the celebrations. I'm surprised he didn't pull out the first one. The motorbike?
Yeah, the motorbike.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on there.
The Harley.
Yeah, and
Charlie's Harley.
They were just passing around. The Lions were just getting all in on it. And for someone who didn't even have a great game in Cam Rayner, he had his moments as well with a couple of chase down tackles on Mark Blitzarves and on Bailey Smith as well.
Bailey Smith, but he ripped off his headband
He
as
ripped
well.
off his, Cam Rayner was loving it. He was like, yeah, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Give me the ball. That's my free kick.
That was great.
But Bailey Smith was having a little bit of words with Harris Andrews.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, Baz.
Which has been like, and you thought he was a little bit too amped up, Leo.
Yeah, he was. Okay, I need to explain this because we had off-air chats and Stats guys.
I'm licking my lips with this one. See how he can work his way out
So
of this.
Bailey Smith, he's at the ground 4 hours early.
That's a long time.
Like, that's a long time
To psych yourself up for a game.
to psych yourself up for a game. He said in the parade, like, I get being like, oh, keen to get to 2:30 tomorrow, but like, he didn't seem to be enjoying any of the things around what makes the day great. He just wanted to get to the game and get through the game. And I feel like in that regard, he was just a bit too amped up for it. And I think in the same manner, Sean manner, he was a bit chill about it all. He's like, I just want to get to the game. I'm not really focused on it. Like, I am
the parade,
focused, but like, you know what I mean? Like he's amped up and chill at the same time.
Are you saying he should have just enjoyed the moment a bit more? I
don't know. I just feel like if he was to look back, he'd probably do the same thing, but he probably should just be like, how good's the parade? Like, this is awesome. Excited to get to tomorrow. I'm being really harsh here. Look, I get wanting to get to the game. You're excited to play in your second grand final, the first at the G.
But you don't think it helped him?
Look, I didn't think he had a bad game.
No, he was fine.
He didn't
I thought he played well.
have much impact on the game, personally, I don't think. But he still was solid. Like, you can't blame him for the loss, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the words with Harris Andrews is just not a good look. Like, you've just lost the grand final.
I know.
Like,
and you're getting smashed.
you're getting smashed.
I did love Harris Andrews celebrating when Geelong kicked a point, and then Dane Zorko celebrating. They both did.
Was it Harris too?
Harris did it as well when
That was
Geelong kicked a
celebrated.
point. He was celebrating.
That's funny.
And then obviously, well, the best one was Zorko just absolutely lifting the lid when Geelong kicked a goal. So Geelong kicked a goal, they painted Dane Zorko going absolutely wild. But they obviously had it in the bag by then.
Zorko gets the last laugh, even though a lot of people don't like him. He gets the last laugh with another flag. Lads, do you know what the ASX means?
Mate, of course. And in fact, I'll let Marcus explain.
Don't throw me under the bus, Leo. To be honest, I have no clue.
Oh, what a surprise. It's actually the Australian Securities Exchange.
I'll speak for Marcus on that one and say I'm pretty clueless with that stuff.
Well, lucky for you, Stockhead is a free website which gives you punting stock advice through the ASX.
Where can we check them out?
Check them out via stockhead.com.au. All right, that's the game breakdown. Let's get into the big questions. We love the big questions on a lot of our shows here. I'm going to ask you guys the first one. Was Chris Scott outcoached? I think that's a big one. Maybe just a few things in terms of tag. Should they have kept Jezza on the ground? Everyone's talking about that. He couldn't even move his arm. I think they should have subbed him. I was very surprised they did that.
What do you think?
I agree. I thought outcoached is
It's probably harsh.
probably the wrong word. I just say he himself tactically made the wrong decisions. I wouldn't say
What
it was because of
decisions?
Chris Fagan.
Coaching decisions.
I think, Jezza obviously looked a little bit rough. I definitely would have brought Jack Martin on earlier.
Yeah.
And we've
Jesse
seen
didn't even get subbed though, didn't? I swear Reece got subbed.
Reece
Which is
Daniel
also
getting
not a bad call.
He-
he was horrible.
subbed. He was horrible. But I just think Jezza in that state, how much is he really going to offer you if he's... The only way you could do it is if you get him out, playing out of the goal square, and he's on the lead and takes chest marks. And in a grand final, someone's always going to be on your toes,
Yep.
and providing some body, especially when you're the Coleman medalist. I know
Yeah.
you want to keep him on the ground, but
Maybe let us know in the comments about the Jezza situation there, because Jack Martin obviously kicked 4 goals in 4 minutes when he was the sub. He's a good sub.
He is a very good sub.
I would have brought him on personally, and Jezza wasn't making impact before he got injured anyway. The other one, Leo, is we just mentioned it. Obviously, Reece Stanley was subbed, and there was Stanley or Buse. You said Buse during the week, and Stanley, I love him, but he had a stinker.
He did have a stinker. He had a stinker. Buse, I just feel like maybe a bit more defensive reinforcement to help out the back line. Bliksavs probably wasn't as effective as he could have been.
he was here, there, and everywhere, wasn't he?
He was.
He kicked another goal as well.
Bliksavs. Yeah, he kicked a goal, but I feel like he didn't have the impact that he did in the previous week.
Yep.
And just to go back to, was Scott out coached? I don't think he was. I
Okay.
just think, like the team just had a down day. Brisbane had that in the qualifying final, and that's why I was skeptical going in on Geelong. There's no real logic behind it, but they didn't, leading into this, their run was almost too perfect. They needed the down performance, and I just think, unfortunately, it came on grand final day.
Yeah. And Brisbane combined margin last 2 grand finals is over 100 points in their favour.
that
which
is crazy.
Wild to think about.
They just dominate on grand final day. The other one on Chris Scott was what he said in the press conference, Leo, that you wanted to touch on as well. What was he in the wrong there to just bring that up, having a little bit of a cry in the press conference? I don't know.
Yeah, he said he'd love to see the back of the sub rule, which
We'd all agree.
I
on.
agree
I
with
think
you,
all the
Chris.
coaches they had like a vote on it, and I think they all want to see it gone.
And I don't think he referenced it as in deciding the game, but also just make the coaching decision. Like, you're in a grand final, tough decisions need to be made.
Yeah.
If you had to sub Jezza, you had to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he tossed and turned with it.
Like, who would you rather, a 20% Jezza or
Jack
an
Martin.
100% Ray Stanley?
That's so stiff.
20% Jezza.
One arm, Jezza.
One arm Jezza or two leg.
He's
hey,
walking
Reece-
out like Chris Works coming out to bat with one arm.
Yeah.
Reece Stanley's a premiership player.
Yeah, he
Not
is.
this year, though.
Not this
Not
year.
this year. Another question. I just want to ask you, lads, were the Lions having grand final experience? Was that the difference? Because the Cats had 10 players who had never played in a grand final, and we sort of didn't really discuss this during the week about having that inexperience. And even the young guys for Brisbane last year have a bit of experience in grand final. So
Yeah.
do we
But in
think
saying
that
it,
was the
but in-
difference?
But in saying that, there were quite a few Brisbane players that were playing in their first grand
That is
final.
true.
Only
That's
4 compared to 10, though.
Compared to 10, I know, and there was a lot of like inexperienced players, but I feel like the Lions just had more thrown at them this year than Geelong did in terms of injuries.
Yeah.
In terms of general form, everyone thought that, they had that hard couple months to end the season, and people were like, top 4's not going to be on the cards here. They prove people wrong. They go top 4, double chance, get smashed in the qualifying final against Geelong, and then they have to do it the long way, and they've gone and done it. So
No, they did. One guy on that, which I noticed early, and you were talking about as well, was Max Holmes. Obviously missed out in the grand final last year. One of their best players all year. When you can see the nerves in one of your best players, that's not a good sign for grand final day, because he was
getting
shanking
in the
them
right
everywhere.
positions.
He was everywhere, but he was just shanking them. He had a lot of turnovers early, and I was a bit worried about him. Yeah, so that's not good there. So I personally think that experience could have been the difference. Last question for this segment. Is this the start of a Lions dynasty? This is what Leo was talking about before.
Dynasty?
Oh, I call it.
I say dynasty.
Oh, that's all right.
Let us know in the comments.
Potato,
what you
potato.
say.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. What do you reckon, Leo? Is this the start of the dynasty?
I reckon it is.
Oh.
I mean, they're kind of already in one, sort of.
I know.
But you look at this Brisbane team. No Jared Berry.
Oh,
No Jack Payne.
Oh.
No Kitty Coleman. No
I feel
Eric.
bad. I feel bad for Kitty Coleman.
I reckon he'll get one.
Yeah.
No
he
Eric
should have
Hipwood.
two, yeah.
No Eric Hipwood.
Ah.
Bring in Oscar Allen, Sam Draper,
Oh.
and just an academy pick that's going to go in the top 5. Dan Annable, another midfielder.
Oh,
So-
that's ball knowledge, by the way.
Brisbane fans, like,
You got it good.
you got it good, and good luck everyone else.
That is a great way.
Good
to,
luck everybody else, because
Yep.
they are scary. And yep, maybe we just give them the next 5 flags.
Well,
In
just give it
all
a,
honesty, until 2030, how many grand finals do they make? They've made 3 on the trot.
they could make at least 3 more.
That is,
I reckon of the next,
reckon-
of the
I
next
think they-
5. Of the next 5.
they generally, they out of the next 5 make 3 more.
Like, they didn't even need Lockie Neal, really.
Like if they make 7 grand finals in
In a
the space
row.
of 10 years.
In a row. That'll get a bit boring. That'll get very
It
boring.
could happen.
That would be very boring.
Anyway,
Anyway,
are we looking at possibly the best? I know that's probably a bit of a stretch, but they could be one of the best teams to ever play.
If they win next year, it's in the convo.
Yeah.
we're already talking about next year, buddy. Yeah, we're already and we're already talking about 2030.
next year?
Yeah, what's your flag tip? Let us know in the comments. All right, tipping results. Leo's got a bit of a head wobble over there. He's the only one to tip Brisbane. I think it was more of a heart than his head.
Well, we
he
did
was
go
right.
Geelong, Brisbane throughout the week, so.
The Oracle, the father of ball knowledge,
You
the
can't call yourself
maestro,
The
the
daddy.
wizard, the wisdom. No, just does it again, lads. It's just what I do. And in my personal tipping comp, it made me not finish last. I finished second last.
Oh, well done. Oh, wait.
Congratulations.
Your tipping comp's still going through
Yeah,
finals.
yeah. ESPN, mate.
There you go. There you go. Quick shout out there.
Quick shout out.
All right, I don't
Sponsor
even.
us, please.
I'm already shattered by this segment. The lock results. A few of us.
Whoa, yeah.
A few of us, speak for yourself.
What was your lock, Marcus?
My lock was Geelong tag, and that was the easiest lock of the day, and they did.
You did well there. Yeah, I had Andrew's 4+ spoilers and he had 2.
How the hell did he only have 2?
He's just taking marks instead, taking clunks.
He
I
was
was in
taking
the
clunks.
Brisbane forward 50 for 70% of the game.
I had Dunkley 6+ tackles. I had a look. I think his last 6 or 7 games, he's had 9+ tackles, and then he had 18 the other week. He only had 5.
You should have said 5 instead of 6.
You
mate.
did tell me to say
I said
5.
I
And he
gave
had,
you
so he only had
5.
5 tackles. I needed him to have 6 tackles. Yeah, he did have a bit of a syndesmosis injury.
was
Like,
playing
you still
through
got
it.
your lock wrong.
He was playing through it though, which is credit to him. Like that's pretty
Grand
tough
final,
injury.
you
to
go.
go.
Also,
Yeah,
that's-
100%.
yeah,
There was a lot of players that were going down early. He had
Yeah.
some niggles. Like Lohman was bleeding in the face in the first minute of the game, which wasn't great for me because I had him as first goal kicker. But
Oh, it looked so funny at the
great.
game because we couldn't tell that he had tape. So it looked like his hairline. So he looked like his hairline was here. It looked so funny.
Like your hairline.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
That's like mine too.
Cheaping.
I just cover it up.
Yeah, I need to cover it up a little bit more. Anyway, let's swiftly go to the big call results. Oh, geez. I did Shawnee Manor. I
jeez.
was so big on Manor from heaven, but 18 plus disposal and 3 goals. He got absolutely nowhere near that. He was nowhere to be
kicked a
seen.
nice goal from 50 late on though. But
Yeah, he did, but
Get himself
that's
on the
about it.
score
Leo?
I had Logan Morris. The big ticket kicks 4. I think he got 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a couple of shots.
He looked alright, but yeah.
He set up a couple.
did his job.
Did his job.
So we get a tick for Leo.
No tick for Leo.
no,
Sorry,
no.
mate. And Marcus?
Not quite for the Oracle. I was relying on Geelong to win in this one, and I went Geelong win and a Dangerfield retirement. And I thought
That was never happening.
That might be the
honestly-
worst big call we've ever had.
Honestly, I thought for a second because they lost the game and he obviously came up and was speaking as the runners-up captain.
Did you think it was
and
gonna happen?
He brought notes with him.
Oh.
He brought out a piece of paper, so
There
I
was
was
probably
like,
sponsors.
hold on.
It was probably sponsors. Did you get a Marcus Tingle?
Yeah. Can we get rid of this woke nonsense
Oh, here we go.
about,
Here we go.
oh, I'd like to thank the sponsors and Toyota for making this such
No,
a
they
great
get told
event.
to. I know,
have
it's
to.
true.
I don't care if
I-
they get told to.
I agree.
You're
Have
playing
to.
in a grand final. Mention them in some other part or at the end. Not
I agree with
first
that.
up.
They
I agree.
literally have to. They're employees. It's like if we have a sponsor,
No,
we have to say
no.
it's the exact same thing.
I agree
Shut
with
up,
I
mate.
agree with Marcus that in the speech it just loses
Oh
aura
no,
and vibe. And
Oh no.
Can you get this bloke cancelled, please, in the comments?
We'll try.
Please.
We'll
Get me
Tell
cancelled in the comments.
Leo woke Mullaly.
try. That's what they call him. No, he's the Oracle apparently. All right, best on ground of the week. Let's wrap this up, lads. Best on ground of the week.
this is
Leo.
me.
This is you, mate. Usually you find this tough, but this week you were pretty quick to put him in, even though about 18 Brisbane players could have been in.
Yeah, I could have done. Should I rank the whole everyone that played?
We don't have time.
Power rankings.
Okay, 46 R Stanley, 45
Patrick Dangerfield.
P Dangerfield,
No, let's not do that.
44
Jay Cameron.
Marcus on
Jay
a night,
Cameron.
Marcus on a night out.
No, he's one, mate. All right, 1 vote. H Andrews
Oh.
down back. I think he won a very important matchup for the game. When you shut down Harris Andrews against Brisbane, it gives yourself a massive chance of winning the game. And he performed on the biggest day, especially in the qualifying final, where he played well, but Neil probably took the chocolates in the Geelong win. Come back and do that. I thought he deserves the 1 vote. 2 votes. I'm going Chucky, C. Cameron.
I don't mind that because he didn't get credit in the Norm Smith votes.
I'm going with him. I'm just looking at when he kicked the goals. Like he kicks a ripper in the second quarter, the
Yep.
goal of the grand final, 2 critical goals in the third that he nailed, and then start of the last quarter when it's still 3 goals in the first 30 seconds to not like kill the game, but like to make it hard for
The
Geelong.
first goal was huge.
I know like 4 goals. I know McCluggage also kicked 4, but I just think when Cameron
he
kicked
kicked
the
him, I like
goals,
that.
he stood up when it mattered most.
Yep.
3 votes. W. Ashcroft. It's got to be his
Oh, mate. I feel like there's someone missing from here, no?
Zach Bailey.
Oscar McInerney?
I think
That's a thought.
I think Zach Bailey.
No, the reason having him in Bailey votes is because of his inaccuracy.
He could have cost them the game early.
We could have had one.
And I
He
just-
still had a great game.
He was
He
unbelievable.
did. He was
Could've-
fantastic.
Could have had one of the best AFL games / grand
That's why he's not
finals
there.
of
The
all time.
key word could have.
But I think Ashcroft was the most consistent throughout the whole game.
That's why he gets the 3.
Yeah,
fair enough.
And I just think, Ashcroft gets the 3, most consistent, best player. Chucky,
Best hair.
he did it when it mattered. And
And also-
Harris was just a rock down back.
Yeah, and also because Charlie Cameron, there were not doubters, but it was fairly obvious that he had a down year
Yeah.
compared to his standards. And so to do it on the big stage and just
He was just saving it up.
shut people up. If you can save it for this occasion, then you can do that every year.
There you go. I can't believe we made it through the entire show,
Man,
lads.
barely. I've been dying over here.
Yeah,
I apologise to
No, you've done well.
I'm
You've done
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well done, lads. That'll do us for the AFL Today Show. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube and follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content. We'll be doing footy content even if the footy season's done. We love doing more footy
I'm so
content.
sick of footy.
Yeah.
I love footy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
about
love
that.
footy.
Anyway, make sure you subscribe, star, and like all of our shows on your podcast apps. That's Cricket Today, AFLW Today, Hold All Tickets, True Bloods, Honest Beers, Footy Form Guide, and Out the Gate. Thank you very much to Gerald all season doing an amazing job. Can we get a clap? Can we get a clap for the producer, Gerald?
Gerald, big Brisbane fan too.
Yeah.
Send some love for
The
Gerald.
tears are starting to flow behind the camera.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, they
Bring him his flowers.
My boys.
My boys. Thank you.
boys.
Thank you very much, Leo.
Go the Lions. Hawks flags 2026. Let's bloody go.
Oh, maybe not.
Thank you, Mark Causa.
Avoid wooden spoon. Flag Dons, maybe a question mark.
Win a
2026.
Jeez.
Zach Bailey, you'll be good.
All right, I'm calling it. That'll do us.
What's your North Melbourne one?
Oh, we don't have to talk about North. We'll talk about the women's AFLW back-to-back flag, so we don't have to worry about that. Anyway, that'll do us for the AFL Today Show. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in all season long.